How you guys doing this evening? Rise and shine. It's 9:47 p.m. as we're starting. And you already know, let me turn this down because y'all already know sometimes it'd be a little too loud. Y'all, to be honest, I took some days away and I felt like it was for the best. I feel like that's significant. I feel like some of you guys need to take some time off, literally, in order to get some things together. Y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, these past few, how you doing, Blue? It's good to see you, babe. I ain't gonna lie, these past few, just these like little 2 days. Hi, Angela, it's good to see y'all. Look at the babies being up tonight. I liked it. I had to take some days away just because I had to get clear on a few things. And to be honest, the goddess, it's good to see you, babe. Y'all, well, let's just get straight into it because I just feel like I don't even want to ramble. Like, I feel like, so that could be significant. Like, some of you guys are sitting over here just like, let's just get into it. Like, let's just start. Like, or God is encouraging you to be up in this energy. A lot of you guys have things that you're working on, but I feel like a lot of you guys need to sit over here and actually go back to your past to sit over here and realize why you are the way that you are. So let's get into it. I had an ex hit me up, and I really didn't know that I actually needed him to hit me up to actually have that conversation. Rich ass, how you doing? I want y'all to know something. I had two conversations with my ex. One, I was like, let me hurry up and get that man off my phone. But then the second time, I was actually intentional about the conversation. So that could be significant. Some of you guys need to actually go back and have old conversations. And now I'm hearing like, rehab old conversations, because I was gonna say some of you guys just need to sit over here and have conversations with your ex, but I'm getting like maybe y'all need to go revisit something that really bothered you in your past, in order for you to get clarity, not for you to go back and be with these people, but to get clarity on the things. Like, for example, if they hurt you, it's like you need to sit over here and go tell them why they hurt you. I'm getting everything that you couldn't get off back then, you can get off now, because you can talk clearly about it, because you're not overly emotional about it. That's the key. You're not overly emotional about it, so you can actually articulate your opinion correctly, and you can admit your faults as well. That's key. Admit your faults as well, because no one is perfect. I also feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys that this is not for you to go back and heavy emphasis on, it's not time for you to reopen old wounds. It's not time for you to try to be over loving towards these people. No, 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 no. This is only to sit over here and provide yourself with comfort and realize that some of these people you truly didn't love. You just loved that they were there. Some of these people you didn't realize, and I'm gonna keep it all the way of being with you, some of these people you didn't realize that they were just like somebody that treated you a little bit better from everybody else, but really in actuality they actually treated you like shit too. See, that's why I'm saying it's not time for you to go back and be back with these people. But what I am sitting over here saying, whatchamacallit, I am saying that they were like a step up. It's like, for example, if you grew up in a family and they was just all fucked up to you. If you grew up in a family and they was just like, listen, big dog, like, they just all treated you like crap. And then, you know, maybe it was your dad, your mom, like, or maybe you were just invincible. They didn't really care to like, pay attention to you. It's like, then you met this person and they treated you a step up. Not even much, but just a step up. They gave you the little attention. They showed you a different type of love, but it was toxic. That's what I'm talking about. Those were not the people that you were supposed to stay with. But you fell in love with somebody just based off of them just pulling you up a notch. It wasn't true love, because true love, like, the person would make, like, they want to create something with you and wouldn't put you in a situation to jeopardize anything. So let's get into the downloads, okay? Because I was just off the top of my dome, but it's going into my downloads, okay? So this is entitled Damn Dad. So we're going to start off with everything always happens for a reason. Back in the day, y'all, because we're taking a trip back, okay? Let me tell you something. Back in the day, there was this guy. His name was David. So that could be significant. Some of you guys could be dealing with a David. But y'all, I'm talking about this is 10 years. How old am I? Like 10, almost like 12 years ago. So that could be significant. But not me thinking of how old I am. But shit, no, it might have been longer than that. So this is like teens, teenage shit, high school shit type shit, you know? Anyway, that could be significant. But I went and I was hanging out with this guy. And the significance of it is that every time, like, he would try to hang out with me in the nighttime, but y'all, I would always fall asleep. Like, I fell asleep on this guy like 3 times. I feel like that's significant. When things like that doesn't pan out, like, for example, if you guys have a date and your schedules doesn't align, when you guys sit over here and you're trying to make something work and it just doesn't work, you try to call them, they're not answering, they try to call you, you're not answering, that's significant. And I feel like the reason why that's significant is because you guys are not supposed to align, and you guys keep trying to force a connection that doesn't work. And it's funny because when I actually went and actually finally like hung out with him, David was cute, don't get me wrong, but David was I feel like he was boring. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like he was just a pretty boy. He just thought that he didn't have to do nothing. And that's significant. And David was a Leo. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Leo. But yeah. And you know what's funny? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna. Some of you guys could be going back and looking at people that you used to talk to and you used to be like, baby, what happened? That could be significant too. Some of you guys are dealing with people and they actually like let themselves go. So there's that confirmation. Random, I don't know why I felt the need to say this. Some of you guys like chewing ice. Just be careful because it can mess up your teeth, okay? I wrote down, so let's get into it because David was just a sidebar, okay? Now, obsession is not my energy. I want you guys to hear me really quickly, okay? Obsession is not my energy. The guy that said, I date with a David. Girl, everybody date with like a David, a Jalen, a Cameron, some type of name. Don't even get into the cheese or the J's. Anyway, okay. I wrote down obsession. Yeah. Obsession is not my energy. So, y'all, I came to this epiphany, and it took me a minute because I had to actually take some days off to actually realize that obsession was not my energy. The obsession was my dad's energy, my grandfather's energy, and one of my ex's energy. So y'all, I had this stage in my life, and I really didn't realize shit until a few days ago, that when I really like somebody, I don't know how to show interest like that. Like, I mean, I know how to flirt and shit like that, don't get me wrong, but like, I used to get to a point where it's like, if somebody wasn't doing something that I liked, it would irritate the fuck out of me. And I'll either want to cut your ass off, and then I'll be like, okay, but why are you not obsessing over me? Or if I really was like invested, like if I really did the dash for you, like if I was really like really infatuated with you, like it would grow into an obsession. But what I realized is that obsession was not my energy. And the reason why is because, one, I went and I talked to my grandmother, and my grandmother said that my grandfather had that same energy. Talked to my dad had that same energy. And then I sat over here, and then my ex, talked to my ex, he had that same energy. But before my ex, 2014 could be significant. Before my ex, I had never had an obsession towards anybody. Like back in the day, y'all, like high school days and shit like that, like call me player boy OD. Like I didn't really, and that could be significant. Some of you guys like really didn't have a heart until you had a heart. Some of y'all could have been on y'all player shit, but it's like, then I met my match, and my match was a Scorpio, so that could be significant. My dad was a Taurus, so that could be significant too. But I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that the obsession was never my energy. That's one. So some of you guys, when y'all sit over here and y'all ran into this connection, this person transferred over their toxicity onto you. And it's not even transferred, but they taught you toxicity. They taught you obsession, and you thought that was the way to express love. You thought that was the way to sit over here and express interest, but it was the wrong way. And so here you are 10, 20 years later, and you're sitting over here still having those bad habits, and God is like, it's time for you to get that shit out of you. I also wrote down that some of you guys are empaths, and keyword is on empaths, and some of you guys was projected on. So now let me tell y'all something. Some of you guys know that, like, we always talk about projections. We always talk about people projecting, like, insecurity on us. We always talk about people projecting abandonment issues on us. We always talk about people projecting like the basics. I don't want to say the basics, but the basics. But y'all don't know that people can project, like they can put obsession on you too. Like, have you guys ever sat over here and just like been alone? You fine, you watching a movie, you doing like nothing, like you chilling, and then all of a sudden you start thinking about somebody like crazy. You ain't thought about this person in weeks, and now all of a sudden this person is popping up. You like, I miss this person. I wish, why haven't they hit me up? Like, they just popping up. That's them trying to pull on your energy. That's because that's how they're feeling. Some of you guys have an ability to where it's like y'all feel something so deep, even if it's from thousands of miles away. It's like you can move away, and it's like, but you could still feel that energy trying to pull onto you. That's why it's important for you guys to cut ties and cut cords. But to take it a step further, people can project obsession onto you too. Some of these people are obsessed with you. And what's funny is because when I was sitting over here and I was actually talking to my ex, he was literally sitting over here like, it's funny because I just felt like he was still obsessed with me. And it was in that moment that I got the confirmation. It was in that moment that I realized that he just like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with loving a person. But it was like, I feel like I was my ex's fetish, if that makes sense. Because he was over here like, well, you can still come over here and he was like, you know, you can come back. Head ass. But I feel the need to tell you guys that you don't. Some of you guys, because Mercury retrograde is ending, some of this could have already happened, but some of you guys, this is going to happen. When these people come back, no matter if it's in a few months, in a few years, because everybody always comes back, I want you to understand something. Leave their ass alone, because they already sat over here and went on living their life. And because they already went on living their life, you have already went on living your life. And if you haven't, then you need to continue to live your life. Okay? Because you're no longer supposed to be a part of their story. Your story was already written out. Now it's time. And once you identified like, oh shit, like this wasn't even me, and you start to realize that, whoa. Anyway, I had a moment really quickly, y'all. Okay, let's keep going. So I wrote down, I attracted my dad without being raised by my dad. So let me tell y'all something. My dad had an obsession with women and like very much was like a womanizer, but I didn't grow up with my dad. I just knew that he always wanted to be in relationships. He always wanted to be married. I think it was more so just like an abandonment and always wanting the comfort of somebody else, but it was like more of an obsession to me. Because if a woman wouldn't conform, he would basically fight them. But I feel like some of you guys are still attracting your dad without being raised by your dad. So maybe it's not even like the physical, even though in that relationship it was physical. But some of you guys, it could be like simply just enjoying a man that doesn't show up for you. Enjoying a man, and y'all catch me because I know I'm speaking from a dad's perspective, but some of this could be your mom too, okay? And if you're masculine watching me, I just want you to flip the genders. It doesn't matter. It just, if y'all get me, y'all get me. If y'all feel this in y'all heart, y'all understand, okay? But the significance is that some of you guys are attracting people not being there for you because your parents wasn't there for you. Some of you guys are sitting over here attracting people that have abandoned you, i.e. people that's not emotionally available because your parents wasn't emotionally available. And even though, and it's funny because these people, like, you might not have known these people, but it's like y'all have to really do deep dives that you guys are attracting what you never had. Some of you guys, and to a fault, some of you guys were raised by your parents. So some of you guys are attracting the same thing that you viewed your parents as, and that's why it's important for you to really get clear on, okay, is your parents the perfect ideal of who you want to date? And if not, then you need to make altercations on what you like versus what you don't like, because I realized that, yes, I was attracting emotionally unavailable people, but I don't want an emotionally unavailable person. I don't want a nonchalant poppy. That's not what I want. I want somebody that like really cares about me in a healthy way. So that could be significant. I wrote down, I had to take on the burden of obsession from Jay because he couldn't handle this himself. I release this to you now, God. I can no longer hold on to this trait anymore, rather if it was from my bloodline or from my exes. So I want y'all to understand something. Sometimes when we come into contact with people, and this is for my spiritual baddies out there, okay? This is spiritual baddies, okay? How you doing, John? How you doing, beauty? Some of you guys are, some of you guys' job is to embody or to take on a trait that somebody put onto you because they could no longer hold on to that trait. And the reason, and that was pure a download from when I was actually talking to my ex, because I remember he was just telling me, he was like, you know, he was like, it's so fucking crazy because before you, he was like, he was like, don't get me wrong, like I cared about people. He was like, I really did. He was like, but he was like, with you, like when you left, he was like, I really felt like, you know, like I couldn't feel you anymore. He was like, I felt like I had this connection with you. I felt like I had this, like this bond with you. Like I felt it. And he was like, and then it got to a point where I couldn't feel you no more. And he was like, you know, and he was like, and then that's when I went into my depression. That's when I became like suicidal. That's when I was like, and I was like, well, Jay, do you really think like it was me, or do you feel like it was a midlife crisis? Because we all meet people at different points, and he was significantly older than me. And that could be significant too. Some of you guys weren't really in love with these people. Some of you guys were just sitting over here like they were just your comfort while you was going through your midlife crisis. But with him, he was like, no, he was like, I really felt you. Like he was like, you know, he was like, to this day, like I still feel things for you. He was like, I'm not in love with you. He was like, but I do feel like he was like, there's a connection. But I felt like the significance of me telling you that, guys, is that I felt that a part of his obsession, because when I was talking to him, I still felt like he still felt a little entitled to me. But two, I felt like I had to take that obsession from him because he could no longer be obsessed with people anymore, because that wasn't his true trait. So somebody could have put something onto you because they could no longer hold on to it. It's like, for example, if you had a dad and he had insecurities and he projected that onto you, he couldn't embody that insecurities because he used his insecurity and beat on people, versus you use insecurities and use it over here and transform it into, listen, I am who the fuck I am, and you gonna love me no matter what my flaws is type shit. Y'all get me? Anyway, long story less long, some of you guys need to sit over here and just reject this trait from you. Some of you guys don't know that you have this on you, but I'm getting like a flaw of yours. It's not your true flaw. You need to release this to God, okay? I also wrote down the outcome is income. I also wrote down stop growing, and then I said, I'm sorry, I can't. Some people want you to actually stop growing. Some people want you to actually slow down because they can't catch up to you. But the point of the matter is that you're in the fast lane. You're on, like, you're in a pattern to where it's like, I can't stop. And now I'm hearing can't stop, won't stop. So it's like, if these people can't keep up with your energy, why should you have to dim your energy in order for them to catch up? A person that's for you will automatically catch up. I also got a thought in my head. Please stop blocking people before it's time. Some of you guys have this rejection within you where you feel like everybody's out to get you type shit, but it's like they're not. You're just scared that they're gonna reject you, so you try to reject them before they reject you. I wrote down know who you are and then hold your position. Some of you guys are identifying who you are, but the point of the matter is that you don't know what to do with this information. All you need to sit over here and do is, once you learn who the fuck you are, you hold your position by not sitting over here going back to your past. Not going too far in your future either, but also just sitting over here and just understanding that, listen, you don't have to overexert yourself no more. You don't have to sit over here and overgive. You don't have to sit over here and overdo things anymore, okay? I also wrote down clinging to energy and money. Some of you guys are clinging on to actually just wanting money, clinging on to energy, but the energy is no longer serving you. You're chasing money, but money doesn't need to be chased. Money will come to you. I also wrote down spending money to make, you have to spend money to make money, and that's the flow of money. I also wrote down, I've never trusted a person enough to be in love with them. Obsession is not love. Making a mistake and trying to make it right is not love either. So I want you guys to understand something. In my life, I felt like I was really ever in love 2 times, maybe even 3. But what I found just doing meditations, just channeling information, I was like, have I truly ever been in love? And the reason why is because prior to that first encounter of me actually giving my heart to somebody, I never trusted a person enough to be in love with them. It's like, because I never even trusted my dad enough, so how can I trust another man to be in love with him? So when the first person I dealt with and they showed me obsession, they showed me like, listen, I'm not giving up on you. They showed me like, listen, I'm about to do the dash about you type shit. It's like, I thought that was love, but that was not love. That was just what it is. And not to discount my experiences, because I feel like some of you guys need to actually do reflections on your past and on your relationships specifically. But it's like, it's not to discount your relationships, it's just to recognize what is love versus what's not love. And I feel like that's significant. Some of you guys have to really teach yourself what the fuck is real love, because you don't have any examples. Even your own examples are not fucking examples, because my first example of love was an obsession and toxic, and that's not love. My second example was I made a mistake and then I was trying to make it right, and I thought that was love. But me chasing after somebody is not love, because in reality sometimes you just sit over here and try to fill a void because you feel something missing. But at a certain point you have to realize that love is something that's within you before you actually can love another person. So when I had these 2 encounters, it was never truly love. No disrespect to my exes, I cared for them, but it's like, it wasn't true love. And I feel like that's significant. Some of you guys need to break that train. You know what's crazy? I was gonna say that chain, but train came out, so trains could be significant. But it's like, I feel like some of you guys need to sit over here and actually break that and realize that, listen, these experiences, although were experiences, they were valuable. They taught you lessons. They taught you learn lessons. YG could be significant, but California could be significant. But it's time for you to 2-step and realize and find what new love is. And now I'm hearing the 3rd time is the charm. Some of you guys might have thought that you was in love with a situation. You wasn't, though. I wrote down, I never learned how to love a man because I never learned to even love myself. I never learned how to properly care for anyone, not even myself. And I feel like that's significant too, y'all, because I feel like God is sitting over here saying that, like, some of you guys, how could you love somebody if you can't even love yourself? And that's the significance of being in a healthy relationship versus just being into some bullshit. It's like, you guys have to sit over here and truly properly learn how to take care of yourself in order for when another person comes into your life, for you to actually be able to help them too, to properly care for them. And it's not for you to sit over here and have to do everything for these people, but it's just like, you want to do things for them versus they're just there just because you don't want to be alone. That's significant, y'all. Let's keep going. And I'm sorry I'm not in the chat tonight, but y'all, you know we vibing. No, it's not juice. It's actually tea. And my water's here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You said, hi, I just wanted to let you know that there's been a few accounts that repost your videos as you. If you guys ever find like an account that's reposting videos that's not me, just block their ass. Because you already know, like, I don't even have a backup page, which I probably should get a backup page, but I just feel like I'm blessed. I don't need one, so that can be significant too. Just block their ass. And just know I'll never reach out to y'all ever for anything. Some of y'all, that might be significant. Some of you guys have exes that's like, bitch, I'll never reach, or this is you, I'll never reach out to them a day in my life. What you tight with? If this is not your reading, it's not your reading, big dog. I wrote down, what is love? I wrote down, good sex is not love. 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 I w Some of you guys know an Alex or an Amber. A names could be significant. I wrote down that my sisters protected me from monsters. Some of you guys thought that your siblings were hard on you, but I'm hearing that they weren't hard on you. They were just sitting over here actually like they were looking out for you, because you don't know what devils that they had to view, like the things that they had to go through in life. So it's like because of that, they didn't want you to have to go through that same thing. So if you ever tried to be put into a position, you weren't supposed to go that way. So don't take it personal. I also wrote down, I've always played the field. How could I have been in love if I was always looking for the next best thing? So I want y'all to understand something, because this is taking me back. Let's go back. There was this time in my childhood, I don't know what the fuck, I had just got my first phone, maybe even my second phone, I don't remember. But I just remember, like, I think I was just like, I just wanted a boyfriend for the sake of it, and I actually ended up getting like 30 boyfriends. Don't ask me how, don't ask me, I don't know how. But I remember there was this time where I was just like, yeah, you can be my boyfriend. Yeah, you can be my boyfriend. Yeah, you can be my boyfriend. So some of you guys have a hard time saying no. But in that time, I really was just like, I'm gonna play your shit. The fuck? Like, I don't care. And I remember, like, there was this guy, and I don't remember his name, but he was just like, he had called me, and he was just like, hey, babe, da-da-da-da-da. I was just like, okay, da-da-da. And I called him by the wrong name. So I feel like if you guys are in player energy, you don't want that karma. But I feel like that's significant. I wasn't serious about it. And so, but even from when I was a kid, like, I always played the field. I always thought that there was something better out there. I always thought that. Some of you guys could be like feminines, because I'm a femme. That sound like a masculine energy, but I'm getting like embody how you embody. But it's just like, I always thought that there was something better out there for me, especially when I was mistreated or whenever I got bored. So some of you guys get bored easily. But the point of the matter is that if you feel like you are with somebody and you feel like there is something better out there for you, then you need to remove yourself from that connection instead of bringing them on, because you're going to get karma for that shit. I also wrote down, you didn't love them, you love proving a point. I'm going to say that again. You didn't love them, you just love proving a point, okay? I also wrote down, the title doesn't matter. I wrote down, new job, new love, new place equals searching. I don't know why I just said searching, but it's searching. Whatever. Some of you guys need to put in an application. Some of you guys are needed elsewhere, and that's why everything around you is not working out. I wrote down, lazy but capable equals connection gone. I want you guys to understand something. When it comes to connections, if you guys are being lazy in connections, then how are you going to sit over here and expect for them to want to be around you? You being lazy during sex, you being lazy to sit over here and actually want to go out. You're being lazy, and it's like, and it might not even be a lazy, it might be a depression, but then that's a you thing. That's not a them thing. You need to work on yourself, or that could be them. I also wrote down, I attracted another lazy companion. You attract what you are. So if you're attracting lazy people, it's because you are lazy. I also wrote down, you attract what you are. So heavy emphasis on you attract what you are. I also wrote down, nothing is hidden. Some of you guys are having revelations. I also wrote down, no half energy. Show me it's real. So I feel like some of you guys are like, once you have realized that, yo, like, these past situations wasn't it, they taught me what they taught me enough. I feel the need to sit over here and say, now let's do this next one the right way. I'm hearing the last one the right way. Some of you guys are in connections right now. They got you in a third party. But I also feel like some of you guys are in connections and it's like, you don't feel fulfilled. You shouldn't have to force that connection. You shouldn't have to sit over here and walk into a room and feel like you're walking on eggshells. You shouldn't have to sit over here and feel like you have to be somebody else or portray somebody else in order to keep them around. I also wrote down, it was never about you. Everybody hurts people for different reasons, even you if you have hurt somebody. It was because it was like, it's a live, learn lesson. You never knew that you was hurt until you actually did the shadow work, I'm hearing, okay? When you were 19 could be significant, okay? I wrote down 11:37 p.m. can be significant. 123 could be significant, okay? November 5th could be significant. So yeah, some of you guys could be Scorpios or dealing with Scorpios, or you guys need to go back to like last year of November 5th and see like what has changed, what has shifted. I wrote down fat girls need love too, Craig. But I wrote fat as PHAT, and I actually have a reading, and it's like only like of readings, so that could be significant. Some of you guys need to go to my YouTube and watch that video because it could be significant, even though, and I feel the need to tell you guys, when I upload readings and it's of other people's readings and you feel called to watch them, I feel like you should, because there are messages in them, okay? So even if it's like the girl's name is Jessica, it's like, it's not about Jessica. Sometimes it's about you. You could have a message that was Jessica's message too. That's the importance of spirituality and tarot. I feel the need to tell somebody that's spiritual. A lot of things that you say, or if you're doing readings, can help other people. So don't stop or don't get discouraged. I feel the need to tell y'all, because I do have a lot of other spiritual baddies that's out here that's doing their thing. I feel the need to say, if you're getting discouraged, continue to go. When you need to take breaks, but be authentic, because that's what's going to, like, that's what's going to push your longevity, okay? I wrote down love pays my bills. I wrote down can't stop, won't stop. And you know what, going back to love pays my bills, some of you guys y'all are about to sit over here. If you guys are thinking about going back to school, you guys have to be real with yourself. Are you going to sit over here and find a husband that, or a woman that's going to sit over here and help you get through college, or are you going to sit over here and get a 9-to-5? There is no in between. Oh no, there is a third option. I'm lying like shit. Get scholarships. I also wrote down All Eyes on Me, and Tupac has been popping up like crazy for me. It was like I was hearing him, and then I was and then I heard him in a car, and I was listening to something in my car, but like I turned my music all the way down and I heard a Tupac song, and it was actually I can't remember what Tupac song that was, but I used to listen to it all the time, so that could be significant. And then Tupac is a Gemini, so some of you guys could be a Gemini or dealing with a Gemini. I also wrote down who are you, and it's a revealing time. Some of you guys need to sit over here and go in hermit mode and do this during your hermit mode. And you know what's crazy, I've been sitting over here encouraging you guys to go in hermit mode for a minute, and for those that don't know what hermit mode is, that's just solitude, a moment of just you being by yourself and you being intentionally single, you being celibate, rich, you just getting your energy back within yourself and perfecting yourself, you finding yourself worthy, and you viewing yourself as worthy, and you realizing that you really are that person, no matter if you're a masculine or a feminine. Hermit mode is about you getting your energy back, being okay with being by yourself and fixing your trauma is what I'm hearing. So you guys are being encouraged to do that. But now, and then now I'm hearing you're like, but I've been by myself, but you guys haven't been intentionally by yourself. I also wrote down you're naturally happy, but lately you haven't been. I wrote down embrace the moment. I wrote down destination is the key to where are we going, and I feel like that's what's going to clear up your confusion. I wrote down happiness equals key, and then I was like, I cried today and I danced tonight. So some of you guys are going to be crying today and then dancing in the nighttime. And I feel the need to sit over here and say that this weekend can be significant. I feel the need to say go redo last weekend, because last weekend revealed truths, but this weekend is like the truth. I wrote down choose what makes you happy. I said be done lying. Some of you guys be lying about little petty shit. Stop. I also wrote down be honest, be creative, and push your business. 1:44 or 11:44 p.m. could be significant, and it's 10:21. So set your times for like an hour and 20 minutes. It could sit over here and give you a confirmation of this reading, or it could sit over here, and if you're watching this on my YouTube at a different date, I feel the need to sit over here and still tell you that, because something is going to happen once that timer goes off, okay? I also wrote down at first you don't see it, and then I said I'm sorry, mama. So some of you guys need to go and apologize to your mom, but I said I'm sorry, mama by Eminem. And Eminem has been sitting over here popping up for me a lot lately too. 234 could be significant. I also wrote down 1133, and then 1134 equals 234. And I feel like that's significant because at first you don't see that 1134 is 234. So some of you guys might have a late reaction to something. I also wrote down, it never meant to hurt you, or I never meant to hurt you. So some people never really intentionally meant to hurt you in life, but it's like it's inevitable. It was a part of your journey, so let that shit go. I also wrote down, you don't see you're on the right track, even though you guys feel like, I feel like a lot of you guys are going through a mishap where you're just like, am I going in the right direction? Am I not going in the right direction? Is this my person? Is this my person? Like, give me some signs. I feel the need to tell you guys to enjoy the journey. And it's like you guys aren't enjoying the journey, so that's what's making the journey more painful, especially during this Venus. Like, you guys could have really had like a bad Venus, and not even a bad, but just like a harder Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde, because it revealed really hard truths. I also wrote down, don't, and it's funny, it's because I skipped. I wrote down prioritize yourself and your goals, and then I wrote down don't wait for paint to dry to dive in. It's time to run away. Or maybe you guys have been sitting over here running away all your life, and it's time for you to face your demons. And I also wrote down you're your own source of emotions. Again with the 234. So some of you guys could be literally seeing 234 a lot. And then I wrote down, have you ever studied your face? Some of you guys have yet to really sit over here and do deep dives on who you are. But when I wrote that down, I feel like that was for somebody that's actually like insecure. Some of you guys need to take some time to actually look at yourself in the mirror and embrace yourself. Embrace your facial features, I'm hearing. Understand that your face, and that might be you doing a beauty regimen and you becoming at peace with yourself. I wrote down you didn't see you were right on track, so I felt the need to reread that again. 03 flow could be significant. I posted a video of that, and I felt like that message was so symbolic, y'all. And you know what's so crazy? Because this whole weekend was significant. I did a reading on 03 flow, which was by Wale the Sensei. It's a rapper from California. But I really only know like 2 of his songs. Like, that's it. But that was my whole, like, that reading was significant because I didn't even know that night I did the whole reading. I did the whole crying shit. And then that night, my friend invited me out to like some section, and he was actually performing there, and he performed that 03 flow. So guys, go watch that video on my YouTube. It's called 03 flow. Go watch it. Like, I feel like if you're called to it, like if you're hearing me right now, go watch it because it's significant. But he actually performed that song, and he performed the other song that I knew. And I feel like in that moment, that's when I knew that I was in the right place at the right time. Even though I felt like everything in life was going wrong, that's significant. I wrote down classy equals stand by what you say. Value your family and God. Some of you guys think that classy is like a bougie, it's a stuck-up energy, but it's just classy is you. Word is bond, keeping your word. Valuing your family. I don't like to sit over here because everybody believes in everything. Like, everybody believes in different things, whether if it's God, Yahweh, fucking shit, Lucifer, whatever it is that you believe in. We all believe in different things. So I never project religion onto y'all. That could be significant. I also feel the need to sit over here and say, like, if you guys are watching tarot readings and they are projecting onto you their own beliefs, just be mindful of that. Be mindful of what projections and what biased opinions that tarot readers give to you guys, because that, like, don't get me wrong, we all have our own personal bias, but I feel like if somebody is too biased, like, it's like they're trying to persuade you, and I feel like you guys know that. If you feel that somebody's trying to persuade you in a certain way, that's not the reader for you. Also, I feel the need to tell you guys, even if you're watching me and like you don't resonate with me, don't watch me. Like, if you don't feel like, I feel like there's another reader for you. Okay? I also wrote down, some of you guys feel like you're missing something. I wrote down, you won't know until someone shows you what you're lacking or what's lacking. So I feel like that's the significance as to why you always need to sit over here and continue to be in different relationships. And not even so much as going from one to one to one, but it's like continue to meet people, because they're always going to show you either what you need to fix about yourself, or they're going to show you that, this isn't it, keep going. I wrote down, the more that they like you, the more that, you know what's crazy? Hold on. Two things, because I was about to say, I said the more that they like you, the more that they want to fuck you. But then I said the more that they like you, the more that they don't want to fuck you. And I wrote both down. And I feel like the significance of that is because the second one, when I said that they don't want to have sex with you, I got more so like they don't, like they're shy. I feel like people that really like you, like they're shy, like they don't want to, like, don't get me wrong, like intimacy is a thing, but like when you first meet somebody, like the way that you know that they really like you is if they're not like, if they're reserved with you. They like yeah, you want to hang out again, but it's like they're not trying to do too much too soon. Versus if somebody's like, if you're out on a date and they're just like, so yeah, let's touch. And don't get me wrong, there are people that are touchy-feely, but I'm just getting like, you got to pay attention to that, especially in this dating world. I wrote down, respectfully. Respectfully. I wrote down, enjoy times and have fun equals having visions of a past life. I feel like some of you guys actually need to sit over here. Like some of you guys are trying to embark on like actually learning. The name Antonio could be significant, but some of you guys are actually trying to like figure out and like enhance your gifts, but it comes from you actually enjoying yourself and having fun. Some of you guys need to get out the house. I also wrote down, you're not my person, but I can laugh with you. So some of you guys need to be able to identify that, listen, you cool and shit, but like you're not my forever after person, and that's okay. And I feel the need to tell you guys, don't lead those people on. Some people are really good at good friends. And it's funny because in that conversation with my ex, I was like, I really wish that we could have been like, we would have been great fucking friends. I could have got advice from you. Because my ex, like, yes, we had our back and forth and shit like that. Went through a lot of toxic shit. But it's like, my man's is still funny. My man still gives great advice. My man still sit over here like he's still like, he has a genuine heart to a degree. So it's like, some of you guys are looking back at your past relationships like, damn, I wish we just would have stayed friends. But it's like, because too much damage was done, you can't undo the past is what I'm hearing. You just gotta let that shit go. And realize that the people that will come into your life that are meant to be your friends will. A ball could be significant, and then now I'm sitting over here thinking about Lorenzo Ball or Lonzo Ball. I don't know if his name is Lorenzo or not, but Lonzo Ball, South California. But I think he got traded. I wrote down, do you like anime? And I said, so I was actually talking to somebody and we were lit as fuck, but like, whatchamacallit, let me tell you something, because this is funny. I think he thought that I was gonna say like a different answer. I think he did, because I was like, he was like, do you like anime? And I was like, yeah, I like anime. He was like, oh well, that's weird. And I was like, okay, well, I do. I feel like that's significant because some of you guys need to sit over here and embrace like who you are, like even if motherfuckers don't fuck with it. And I feel like, be careful, because I actually, some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo, because I had met a Virgo out when I had went out this past weekend, but or heavy Scorpio energy. But I just remember like there was the they were like sitting over here trying to pick on people, like, so that could be significant. Some of you guys are dealing with people that sit over here and make fun of other people, but it's just like, that shit's not funny to me. Like, I'm not gonna vibe with you based off of us sitting over here picking on people's outfits in public. Like, you never know. Like, and it's so funny to me because it's like, I used to be that person, but I'm not that person, because I'm just like, you don't know what people are going through in life. You shouldn't sit over here and run your mouth against people. And it's like, that doesn't make me like, that makes me feel like you're insecure. Like, you have to get, like, you get instant gratification by you sitting over here making fun of other people in person. Yeah. But anyway, going back to the point, some of you guys just need to embrace who the fuck you are, and if they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, they don't. but I'm getting that they're gonna fuck with you because you are different. I also wrote down not people pleasing and blending families plus ball, and that could be significant. I also wrote down get a dress. Some of you guys are going to a wedding. Some of you guys are getting ready, or you guys should sit over here and learn how to actually ballroom dance, because why not? Y'all on y'all hermit mode, so let's figure out how to dance and shit. I also wrote down give each other what you're missing. I wrote down that because I feel like some of you guys like are looking to like meet the same version of you. Like some of you guys are looking to meet you, but you don't realize that you're missing something, and your missing piece might be like, don't get me wrong, you guys might have similar pieces, but you guys are not always going to be the same, and that's significant. I also wrote down remember how you first met, because how you meet, and I always tell people that how you meet them, and it's, I was gonna say something totally different because I was gonna say it's how it ends, but it's like how you meet them first means a lot. Like first impression is everything, because first impression is like the real version sometimes if they take off their mask, is what I'm hearing. I also wrote down might not be love at first sight. Deep conversations is significant. Discovering what love is significant. And then I wrote down inventing love 202. So Washington D.C. could be significant. And then I wrote down squirting. So let's keep going. What time is it? 10:33. Okay. You said I was thinking how you lose them. KB, what you talking to you? Mia, what you talking to you? Let's keep going. So you don't know where you're going, but I do. So I feel like God is just trying to notify you, like, big dog, listen, I know you don't know exactly where, if it's left or right, if you're gonna go here, be with this person, but I know where you're going, so relax. I also wrote down everything always works out for you. And then so 1 to 3 could be significant, or 12:03 midnight. So midnight could be significant. If it has already passed midnight where you're at, I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys, you know what, I'm sorry, set an alarm for midnight on Saturday, if you guys can remember. Temptation might be calling you, and Can You Handle It by Usher. Usher kept popping up in my head like a lot, ladies. So Libra season could be significant, but I feel like right now, if you guys are entering into your hermit season, or you are already there, I feel like temptation is going to be calling you. And it's like, and you know what's so crazy is because I feel like whenever I'm like, okay, God, I'm about to be intentional, I'm not going to talk to nobody, I'm about to just be on me, temptation likes to creep in. It's like, but that man fine as fuck. Like, I ain't never seen no man look like that before. Like, wait, and he trying to talk to me, like, and it's like, but I just said I'm about to be intentionally single. That's temptation. You just sat over here and said that you want to be a pescatarian, but now everybody's inviting you out to steakhouses and shit like that, and it's like temptation. And now I'm getting like, can you handle the temptation? That's how we gonna know if you truly are ready for this next journey. And then I wrote down gigolos, and then there's a movie, I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called, y'all. If you guys know that movie, put it down in the chat, because y'all know it's like Douche Bigelow Meet Gigolo, or Meets Gigolo, or something like that. Put that in the chat. That movie could be significant. And I don't remember what that movie is about, but I remember that my ex that we were talking about fucking had put it on one night. Some of you guys could have lived with your ex, but I don't even remember. Like, I don't even think I ever watched it. I think I fell asleep on it. So that movie could be significant. I also wrote down, can you stand the rain? So Missy Elliott could be significant. Now I'm getting the energy. Me, I'm super fly. Some of you guys could really be into fashion, or you should start like really getting into it, because it's like, I feel like you guys like have statement pieces that y'all can make. I also wrote down, I really just do me, they can't imitate it. And I feel like that's significant. I feel like, so I always tell you guys, sorry y'all, because this is gonna drive me crazy. I always sit over here and tell you guys that, listen, if people are imitating you, like it's flattery, like it's a form of flattery, like you're an influencer. So it's like, don't be upset about it, But I feel like that's significant too, because by you doing you, nobody could really truly imitate you. They could try, keyword try, but it's like, let them try, let them do it. Like, because in the end, what happens when you don't post, or what happens when you go MIA, or what happens when you fall off the planet of the earth? Then it's like they don't have any sources. Then they have to go in and they have to, and sometimes, and now I'm feeling like that's significant. That's why sometimes God, if you guys are creators, or like if you guys just like need rest days and stuff like that, because maybe sometimes you influence people at your work office, but God is like, I need you to take a leave of absence. I need you to just take some time off. I feel like that's significant because God is testing the people that might be mimicking you. Like, yo, you gotta put your own shit out, big dog. She ain't gonna be around forever, or she's gonna be called to do something else, and then what are you gonna do? And I feel like that's significant. If you guys are trying to live your life through somebody else's dream, then you're not living. And then I also get the, and I don't even have this written down, but it's like I get the song that shout out to Big Sean. He's from Michigan, so some of you guys could be from Michigan, because I've been getting Michigan heavy too. But he was saying, you know, some of you guys don't even realize that if you're doing what you love already, then your dream has already happened. It's like if you waking up and you sitting over here going to the studio, and maybe you might not be famous right now, but it's like, but you're rapping. That's what you love to do. Your dream has already happened. You wake up and you sat over here and decided to quit corporate America, and somehow, some way, you making it work. Your business is paying you just enough to survive, and not even just enough to survive, but just enough to like to flow. It's like, but that was your dream, or that was a manifestation, and that's why you have to be careful about what it is that you ask for. Okay, keep going. I said we are supposed to show people how two soulmates look. I feel like some of you guys need to sit over here and actually, you have to have bad experiences. You have to have bad experiences in order for you to sit over here and come into this union. Because this new union I'm hearing, you're like, y'all, it's not for y'all to act like y'all are better than anybody else, but it's just like some of you guys are supposed to literally just show people like, listen, this is what true love looks like, so they can know that it still exists. So you can know that it still exists. And God is trying to give that to you, but some of you guys are sitting over here still stuck in past shit. I also wrote down difference in backgrounds. So some of you guys could be sitting over here like you're thinking that like maybe like you're black and you're thinking that you're gonna marry a black man. Ha ha ha. Your man might be Asian, might be Cuban, might be from Colombia. It's like you guys might have different backgrounds, but it's supposed to be like that. And don't get me wrong, because I'm always like, you know, keep it within the family, whatever. Keep our bloodline sacred. I get it. But it's like, some of you guys, that's not your story. Y'all ain't found y'all the love of y'all life because y'all need to move to Japan. Head ass. I wrote down, it's a job equals I can handle it. So some of you guys are getting ready to get a new job. I also wrote down, I don't get triggered, I stay silent. I feel the need to tell you guys, like, if you guys are in a moment where you are getting triggered, heavy emphasis on this weekend, just stay silent about it. Don't say nothing. Some of you guys are going to be entering into unions where like it's like somebody like is going to be testing your partner, and they don't want you to like even trip about it. And the reason why is because God wants you to be so comfortable with your partner that you know your partner would never try no shit like that. And it's like, because you would never try no shit like that. And I feel like that's significant. You attract what you are. So if you know that you're not going for anything, then know your partner's not going for anything. It's like, you know, I just flirted with your girl, right? And he's like, yeah, I know you just flirted with my girl, but I mean, did she flirt back, or did she tell you to get the fuck out of her face, or she just smiled and walked away from you politely? That's classy shit. Or vice versa. I just flirted with your man, girl. What you gonna do? And he's gonna be like, listen, lady, you know, I already got a woman. Respectfully, we don't gotta do. It's like somebody might be trying to get a reaction out of you, but that's growth, y'all. I want y'all to understand something. When y'all actually get this soulmate connection, the growth is within you sitting over here, actually within understanding that yes, there might be temptation that's trying you, but it's like, I'm not going for that. my partner's not going for that. And I feel like that's why in the past connections have not worked out, because people in your past would have went for that easy ass shit. Y'all be wondering why connections don't be working out. Y'all be wondering why things don't sit over here and go afloat. But it's because those people are easy as fuck. Or this is you. And I think that that's why it's like God don't want you with an easy flowing guy. Like easy flowing energy, yes, but like being for everybody, no. And the reason why is because these people, if they gonna go for anything, then you need to let them fly. That's not your piece. Especially if that's once. But some of you guys might sit over here and actually enjoy having a free lifestyle. Like I'm hearing polygamy. So it's like, you know, you can all do what you want to do, babe. You know what home is. Okay. Some of you guys are gonna have a partner that's not with that shit though. So, you know, pick your battles. I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys that if you guys have different opinions, then why is y'all together? Because if you like polygamy and they want intimacy, like they just want you and only you, then you're blocking them or they're blocking you. Go find what you want. I don't have that written down, but I just felt the need to tell you that. I wrote down, I enjoy laughing things off. I feel like some of you guys need to get into connections that like y'all just laugh about things. I also wrote down, you can't take this. I also, hold on, wait, before I get off of that, you can't take this is based off of like your relationship won't be altered, or like somebody can't get in the mix of your relationship because it's like nobody's going, you're not going and your partner's not going. I also wrote down, how strong is the bond? And I wrote down, if we know each other, what can we be mad at? So I feel the need to tell y'all, the more open that y'all are with y'all partners, the more that you guys are going to sit over here and actually be able to open more up. I also wrote down, remember the time. So Michael Jackson could be significant. 222 could be significant. I also wrote down love and happiness. And then I wrote down, when life is lifing equals find your peace. Georgia could be significant. Atlanta could be significant because I kept hearing Atlanta like so crazy lately. 4:04 a.m. could be significant. Some of you guys are getting up early to go work out. I like that for you. Or maybe you're just starting early towards like a business project. Maybe you're sitting over here saying, I want to read more books. Wake up early. Like do it during a time where you have peace, especially if you have kids. I also wrote down, childlike equals don't take things so serious. And then I wrote down, some of you guys could have had like a stuffed animal when you was a kid. And I know like a lot of us had stuffed animals when they're kids, but it's like, but one of them like meant something more to you than the other one. I feel like if you still have that, you should go embrace it and actually like do a journal about it. I also wrote down, and if you don't have it, I feel like you should still do a journal or a reflection on all the moments that that stuffed animal was with you. And I know that you guys like are probably like, girl, I am 30 years old. What the fuck am I about to write about a stuffed animal? But I feel like that stuffed animal was there with you when you're a child. It's like you have to go back to your childlike state to heal your childlike, like who you was when you were a child. Your stuffed animal was there. You got to go back to that time. And it's like maybe the stuffed animal was just to trigger a certain time or a moment where you didn't have nobody, and it was like, and it was a dark moment, but you had that animal for it. So it could have been just a trigger reaction to remember a particular moment right about that moment though. 12:23 p.m. could be significant. I also wrote down the name Susan or S names. I wrote down, don't let go of fun times. I wrote down, difficulty equals do something that is childlike to bring peace. I also wrote down, go to the gym to put your feet in. So some of you guys should go to the gym and go swimming. And I'm hearing like it might be getting colder where you're at, but I feel like they need to sit over here and say, like, even if you go get in the jacuzzi, like some of you guys need to just be in water right now. I also wrote down, many moons ago, but when I looked down at that, I wanted to say Mini Man. So Mini Man by 50 Cent could be significant. And you know what's crazy is I had a dream about hotels too, John. Yes, thank you, babes. See, I love y'all. I had a dream about 50 Cent. Hold on, y'all, because I gotta look at my thing really quickly. I didn't know I was pulling this up, but I feel like it's significant because I have to sit over here and tell y'all about it. Manny man, where are you, 50? Well, you know what? I can actually just go off my memory. So in my 50 Cent dream, like, it was literally just like, I remember he was in, and you know, it's crazy. You said it was a hotel. You said hotel. It was about a hotel. Let me just try to find it really quickly, because I was going to try to go based off of my memory, but it's been kind of like a meeting. Some of you guys could be seeing a lot of cats lately. Where are you, 50? I literally just seen your shit earlier today. Jamie Foxx could be significant because I'm getting, I swear I always fall for your type. Maybe you guys fall for like a certain type. Oh, found it. Thank you. I love when I find my shit because I'm like, they clone Tyrone. That's actually a really good one too. Okay, so I said walking to find the guy in a hotel to help, seeing a guy shoot 50 Cent. Some of you guys could be dealing with somebody named Vaughn. And then, you know, what's crazy is because King Von actually has a song called Jimmy, so that could be significant. But anyway, and I was like, it ran out because his friends started shooting at him. I was like, in the hotel, I looked down because I was stepping in piles of blood, the guy's blood. And then I was like, when I first came down, I seen like somebody that was at my high school. So some of you guys could be dealing with somebody named Daniel, or somebody named with the name T. But I was with my guy. So some of you guys might be heavy emphasis on like you guys are running into like old people like that you went to like school with, but like you're in a relationship already. I also wrote down at a pool with new girls. They asked me to take pictures with them, so I did. The pool being overcrowded and having too much stuff in it. And I remember within that dream, it was just like they wanted me to move over to another section, but there was just so much in the fucking jacuzzi. It was a jacuzzi. Some of you guys just need to go get in the jacuzzi. And I was like, I had to literally get out of the jacuzzi to walk over. But I feel like that's significant because maybe some of you guys have so much stuff, and I feel like God is calling your attention to declutter. Whenever you have dreams about things that are just like too much all over, like if you have a messy dream or if you have things that are just in the way that's blocking your path, it's because God is calling your attention to declutter in real life. I also wrote down being in a car and seeing a red Camaro. And I was thinking that I was meeting up with somebody, and that guy is actually a Gemini. So heavy emphasis on Gemini, okay? But the point of the matter is that guess what? We're back at it. We're about to finish these downloads, okay? I actually miss holding my phone and being close to y'all. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Wait, hold on. Because now God is sitting over here saying there's been like a lot of downloads that I've been like having lately that I've been just writing down in my phone, and I keep forgetting to like put them on my life. So please hold. We're about to go through these really quickly. So it's so crazy because today I seen I seen like 2 different Maseratis. So you could be seeing a lot of Maseratis right now. I also wrote down 234 was on like one of the fucking license plate, and they parked next to 567s. And then I wrote down 808, and then I wrote 909. So all of these were on license plates. So heavy emphasis on that you can be getting confirmations through license plates. I also wrote down Texas could be significant. Let's keep going. I wrote down 1830 could be significant, 1831 and 1833. And then I wrote down time traveling. I wrote down New York could be significant, 630 could be significant, red cars could be significant, Costco could be significant, Butterfingers could be significant. I also wrote down, I was looking for this one. Some of you guys are looking to relocate. I think you should. New York could be significant. California could be significant. Some of you guys are seeing like a lot of cats or a lot of dogs lately. I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys, like, if you are getting like spiritually attacked in your dreams, like, don't even worry about it. Just sit over here and just make sure that you're cleansing your space. Burger King could be significant. Taurus energy could be significant. Capricorn could be significant. The ending of this Mercury retrograde could be significant as well. I wrote down South Carolina, Taurus,
limos. Some of you guys could be seeing, I've been seeing a lot of old limos, so take that as it resonates. I also wrote down Paris. I wrote down Ticket to Fly, and then I wrote down Love of the Light, or Love of My Life on the side, on the other side, 1144. And then I wrote down Birds Are Chirping, Aquarius. I wrote down Don't Act on Impulses, 305. And I said Refrain from Urges. And then I wrote down Archangel Ezekiel, Turquoise, Seed Up. And then I wrote down Careful About Speeding Through a Garage. So if you guys are like in a parking garage, just be careful about speeding. I wrote down Throwing Up. I wrote down One Night Only. And then I wrote down Dream Girls. And then I want to say One Night Stand. Sore Loser, Losing Your Legs in Public. Amy, Tony, 414, 365, 465. One Way to God, 65. Yellow and Green Bright. Francesca, Aries, J names. Is there any more? Pikachu could be significant. Lexus's could be significant. 33 could be significant. I also wrote down Idaho could be significant. Maryland, Texas, Seattle, Washington. Genesis could be significant. Some of you guys should go back and read Genesis. And you know what's crazy is because I don't ever tell y'all to go read the Bible, but something within that could be significant. Wisconsin could be significant. And then I wrote down Eliminate, 666 Price. Some of you guys could be getting a bodyguard. I wrote down Cinderella. And then I wrote down a cardinal or a chiropractor could be significant, okay? And am I missing anything? Okay, I'm gonna do this last one. Brad could be significant. 12 p.m. Magazines, Flirt, Spiral, Laughing, Take What You Need, Living Across the Country, Mustangs, Orange, 24 to 26. That's the age. Libra, Old Limo or Old Limos. But I was gonna say Old Limon. So like lemons could be significant. And now I'm hearing life is like it's like lemons. Like if you sit over here and fucking, you could do a whole bunch of things with your life if you wanted to. I wrote down Tiffany, Mellow, 999, Lost Boy, and then I wrote down Sony. Now I want to say Luigi. Some of you guys could be sitting over here dealing with somebody named Mario. Or, yeah. So let's get back into this because I'm almost done, y'all. And then I'm going to pull some cards. Some of you guys could be watching like Disney's movies lately. Okay, so 222 could be significant. Love and happiness. Childlike equals don't be so serious. Wrote that down. So, okay, kids save your life equals can be guide. So some of you guys are being guided to have kids because they're supposed to like save your life. And what's crazy is because it's reminding me when I was in the library the other day, this kid like literally came up to me like just randomly and she gave me like a little boat. So lifeboat could be significant. I gotta go figure out what reading I did when I was talking about a lifeboat, but as soon as I find out which one it is, I'm gonna tell you guys because I've been getting that reading a lot and I need to go back with it, but I don't remember what I called it. But I just feel like, and maybe that's significant too, it's gonna come to me when I need it to come to me. And I think that that's a hint for you guys, is that you guys are thinking that you need something right now because you're being called to go to get it, but it's gonna come to you exactly when you need it. I also felt the need to tell you guys, some of you guys are going running or you need to start running. I also wrote down if you allow them to be, and I feel like the significance of that is that some of you guys need to allow people to actually love you. And then I wrote down teaching. Yeah, I got so many downloads. This is why sometimes I really don't like I don't like being like away from y'all for too many days, because like the downloads don't stop, but I feel like I have to take breaks when I'm called to take breaks. But I'm gonna just leave it there because I just felt like I gave you guys like a lot of information, so we'll leave it there for them. Okay, let's pull some cards. Let's see what the energy came for. Night Beauty. Let's pull some cards. Let's see what the energy came for. You know what? I feel the need to sit over here and say I haven't been live for a minute. Y'all want to do some readings? We could do some personal readings after my collective message. What time is it? 10:56. Okay, yeah, we got time. I'm gonna put my shit up there. You said give us your skin routine, baby. Happiness.
Love and happiness. Love and happiness. Y'all gonna sit over here and laugh at me. I really, you know what's crazy is I actually have been doing more for my fucking skin than I have ever in my life. Because usually I sit over here and say, baby, I put some fucking soap and some water on my fucking skin and go. But lately I have been doing facials. So that could be significant too. And just drinking a lot of water, y'all. Surprisingly, water will save your motherfucking life. Like, water will clear up your skin if y'all really sit over here and do it. Especially if y'all get in a habit of it. Okay, so y'all, I'm about to do a collective message. And then I'm going to sit over here. And if you guys want to sit over here and get a personal message, you can sit over here and either one, donate to my Cash App, or you could donate to my link in my bio, and then I'll do a message for you on here. If you guys are like, yo, I really don't want a personal message on live, then I'll sit over here and then I'll sit over here and open up my readings for tonight, because I'm not tired. So let's get into it. What does the collective need to know right now? I'm hearing cleanse your space. Okay. I feel like those are both of us. Please help. Please remove all energies that's not my rightful energy. I ask for your assistance with helping me to guide. Daily Father, I ask for your assistance with helping me to guide the collective. I ask that you deliver their messages concisely to me. And I ask that no matter what's going on in their lives, I just ask that you help them and deliver the messages that they absolutely need at this time in order to transform. I'm automatically getting an energy that some of you guys are just holding on to too much shit and you need to let it go. I feel the need to sit over here and say that, listen, as soon as you decide to be happy, you can be happy. I feel the need to tell you guys that it's crazy because a lot of you guys are taking life too serious, and when in reality, God just wants you to sit over here and enjoy moments. Yeah. I feel like a lot of you guys are not enjoying moments because you guys are sitting over here worried about money right now. You're worried about relationships. I feel like you're worried about maybe not having enough time to have happy moments. Or maybe that's what you need to sit over here and worry about. And what's crazy is because I was just having a conversation with my mom about life, and I was just like, she's just like, you know, I just feel like, you know, I'm tired of working, but she was like, you know, I have to. And I was just like, well, mom, like, I'm like, you're 50 now, but like, what? So heavy Virgo energy. My mom's a Virgo, so that could be significant. But I said, yeah, you did 50 years and you might have made a lot of mistakes, but it's like, but now you have another 50 years to get it right. What do you want to do with that? What do you want your next 50 years to look like? And I think that that's significant. I feel like you guys need to start looking at life like that. What do you want? Like, yeah, you sat over here and you wasted, because some of you guys are not 50, but some of you guys are 20 in your 30s and your 40s, and it's like, okay, but what you want your next season to look like? Stop living in the past is what I'm getting, because we can't go back there. We can't go back to us chasing that carrot, us chasing things that didn't want to be chased and never receiving anything from that. But what we can do is move forward within our energy and actually recreate our new reality. And I feel like that's significant, y'all. God wants you to get clear on what do you want this next season to look like in your life, and to cross out what's not there. I feel like God is sitting over here saying to cross out the unnecessary things. But not only that, actually have the strength to hold on and realize that, listen, yes, there might be a little bit of competition, but you have the power within you to shine. But the point of the matter is for you to enjoy the journey, the ups, the downs, the fucking all arounds. Starbucks could be significant. Maybe you guys need to sit over here and like go and meditate and figure out what it is that you want in life. And I think that that's the significance of everything is putting yourself in an environment where, you know, you're not being distracted. Heavy emphasis on you sitting over here enjoying the ride. Heavy emphasis on you figuring out what it is that you want. If you want kids, cool. Put that in the plans.
If you want to go and date, cool, put that in the plans. If you want more time to spend with your girlies, your homeboys, put that in the plans. If you want more time to sit over here and fucking and to spend time with family or take trips, you want to be on vacations, you just want to do vacation, you just want an easy life, put that in the plans. Some of you guys are not planning. Some of you guys are seriously distracted. Some of you guys need to sit over here and read. I was going to say regurgitate. I don't know why the fuck that fucking word came out. But some of you guys just need to reconstruct everything. Heavy emphasis on you sitting over here cutting off what no longer serves you, and you sitting over here getting clear on fucking, you know what's crazy? I was going to say getting clear on what it is that you want, but I feel like God is saying like heavy emphasis on just enjoying the ride. Going where the ride takes you. Because that's when you'll know. I feel like a lot of you guys have been within the energy of like, you guys have been distracted. You guys have been being misguided. I feel like God is sitting over here saying, I'm going to give you, watch what falls into your lap. Go with what falls into your lap versus you trying to force something. That's significant. God, like some of you guys are like, oh, I need a new job. Some of you guys are going to get a new job offer. But it's going to fall in your lap. Because it's so funny. Like, it's calling my attention to times where I talk to people and like they made lots of money, but it's like doing random jobs. And it's like, how did you even get into that? And it's just like, kind of just fell into my lap. That's significant. In moments where you're happy, in moments where you're sitting over here trying to learn, in moments where you're just embracing being in the present moment, embracing taking advantage of moments and taking advantage of times that are here versus you living in the past, versus you sitting over here just coming home because you're exhausted. You sitting over here being in the present moment is what's going to bring you more opportunities. You getting out. None of these cards are in the house that I have right here. They're all out, either outside enjoying moments. The only one that's in the house is this one. So heavy emphasis on getting out in the real world, y'all. Okay? Because when you're in the house, get out the house. That's what you're being guided to do. Okay? Now I'm going to get into these personal readings. If you guys want to join the list, you could join the list by either donating to my Cash App or donating to my link in my bio, which is connected to my PayPal. If you guys are like, yo, I really don't want a reading on like live, that's okay. I'm going to open up my readings to do some tonight. Just DM me. And I can either do a video reading for you or I could do a phone reading with you, okay? Let's go. John, you're first, big dog. John said, you already know I'm ready. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. I feel the need to say, I'll go to sleep for you, daddy. Okay, Danny, let's go. I hear, I'll never snitch on you, daddy. John, who the fuck is you dealing with? Did you meet somebody new? Okay, let's go. Channel for John. What do you want this next level to look like, John? You know what's crazy is because I'm getting called to do my amethyst with you, John. At first I was going to pull some cards, but I keep looking at my amethyst and I'm like, maybe this is the one. Maybe all these other hoes is 2s and 3s and you are the one. Channel for John. I'm seeing a saxophone. I'm seeing 2 people here. 2 masculines. John, you might be between 2 masculines. And coming up in the future, like maybe you have interest in 2 different people. I'm hearing maybe even a 3rd one. And now I see a clover, a 3-leaf clover. And now I see a chess piece. So I feel the need to say, and you know what's crazy? Now I'm seeing like baseball, but it almost looks like basketball too. I feel like God is encouraging you to like go try new things, John. to see if you like it. And now I'm getting like volleyball energy. And now I'm getting like a conversation I had with my sister, because she was like, you know, I've been thinking about going and doing volleyball. She's like, you know, they have volleyball out here. And I was like, I didn't even know they had volleyball. So I feel like heavy emphasis on, like, you might not know that a hobby is out here, but it is. I also felt like, I feel like you've been chasing a carrot that's not like, that you're never going to get, John. And I feel like that's significant. I feel like somebody has been waving something into your face, but you're not going to get it. It's like a dog chasing a carrot, or a rabbit chasing a carrot, but it has that stick on them with that long ass string. It's like you're not gonna get it. It's just the illusion of making you work harder, when I feel like you need to work smarter. Cancer energy could be significant. A loved one might have cancer. I see brain cancer. Or somebody is poisoning your mind with like cancerous thoughts, is what I'm getting. So if it's not physical cancer, John, I feel the need to sit over here and say that somebody like is trying to influence you, but their thoughts are like poisonous. It's like they're trying to put bullshit in your head. I feel like even since you was like from birth they did that, but they couldn't, because John, you always been light. Like all your life, John, like you've always been joyous. Like even when you were being projected on, I'm seeing by a masculine, it's like they thought that what they were telling you was love, but in reality it wasn't. They were trying to I feel like they were trying to turn you into a monster. But it was like without you being a monster. And now I'm getting like the infinity one, and now I'm seeing a bow tie, and then now I'm seeing an 8. I'm seeing money, and I'm hearing do anything for the clout. I'm seeing a Sunday, like an actual Sunday, and I want to say like a banana split, and it's reminding me of like Dairy Queen, so heavy emphasis on ice cream, but it's like the winter time. I felt like, John, you had a lot of moments of you being sensitive, and a lot of moments where you were crying. I see the initials JC. Now I see R's. And now I see an S. I see you eating. With a feminine. Or maybe this is a masculine. I can't really tell if it's a feminine or a masculine, but they got a part in their head. It's like they have it's like if they have a ponytail, but they have like a part. But it looks like they're eating. Maybe you guys are out eating. And if I have, it looks like she's crying too though. I see somebody, and then now I'm getting the energy like this person. It might be a masculine. Take it as it resonates. I'm getting feminine energy, but I'm also getting masculine energy. I'm getting that and now I see a Z on her head. But it looks like she's at first it looked like she was eating, but then now I just see her maybe she's smoking. Okay. Because at first I was going to say maybe she's sitting over here getting out all her steam, all her frustrations. So John, you might be the person where everybody feels comfortable with just opening up to you and just literally just getting everything off their fucking chest, because you provide that comfort. This lady could be talking about being abused, because I low-key kind of see her, and she has under her left eye she has it's like a black eye. It's like her eye is blacked. I don't know why it took me so long to to read that. Or maybe someone near you is going through this, but they're going to open up to you, John. Yeah. John, for some reason, I feel like you went through domestic violence too. But I don't know if it was from a relationship or if it was from a family. I'm getting like a family member. I see a cop. But I'm getting like a masculine energy, like there was somebody like, and now I'm getting like this is just how you were raised. But I'm getting like people put their hands on you for no reason, John. I see the initials W, and then I see JN. But JN looks like it's together. So the initials E or the number 3 could be significant. And then if I turn it this way, I see another Z. But I wanted to say R for some reason. I feel the need to tell you, John, that listen, no matter what it is that you go through in life, like you have to let go of the past. Because you're not going to become, yeah. I'm seeing, okay, so I'm seeing a masculine energy, and it's kind of giving me like your father, to be honest. I'm gonna just keep it a being with you, John. It's like but I'm seeing like a masculine energy, somebody that you looked up to, and it's like they're disappointed. I see them crying, but now I just feel like it's like, and now New York could be significant, but it's like heavy emphasis on R though. But I just feel like they're upset because you're telling them the truth. Yeah. So this could be you, John. I feel like they're being upset. Like they're upset. I feel like there's a few people here because now I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4 people. But it's like they're upset. I see Scorpio energy. But it's like they're upset because it's like you're finally revealing like all the pain that they had caused you from when you was a child. And now I'm getting Ed from Ed, and Eddie. So that could be significant because I'm seeing him here. But it's like I feel like you're finally getting off all the things that have hurt you in your past. Things from when you was a child. Paris could be significant because I see the Eiffel Tower here. But I feel like God is calling you to tell these people how you feeling about everything that they had did to you, because this is the judgment. Like that's God is going to call judgment, like, or he's telling you to call judgment on these people because they treated you unfairly all these years. I literally see like a gavel though, like a person with a gavel. So you could be dealing with like legal matters right now, or you're being urged to deal with it. But I'm also getting that like it could be involved with like a settlement, because I see money right behind the gavel, or the person with the gavel. So maybe you're suing somebody, or you're about to get like a big settlement. Maybe you was in a car accident or something. But I just feel the need to sit over here and tell you watch your back. But I'm hearing Jesus Walks by Kanye. So maybe it's like you need to have faith. I'm not sitting over here saying have faith in Jesus, but just have faith that everything is always going to work out for you. But I feel like it's only going to work out for you when you choose to let it work out for you, John. And I feel like God is sitting over here saying that, listen, closed mouths don't get fed. Yes, you can love everybody all your life. You can want like nothing but good things for them. But the point of the matter is that you got to want good things for you. Heavy emphasis on someone smoking though, okay? And I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that helps. You said no court cases. If it's no court cases, then I feel like then it is God sitting over here calling judgment on people's lives for the people that sat over here and mistreated you. Say, everybody getting judged me. Jesus walks Okay. Well, John, you look like you were the only one that was on my motherfucking list. Okay. What was I gonna tell you? Well, that was good. I can leave it there then. If you guys want a personal reading tonight, I feel the need to sit over here and say, just reach out to me. I could do one for you. I got energy. When in doubt, Pinky's out. I'm gonna leave it there because I want to learn to stop sitting over here doing too much. I feel like everything is always happening when it's supposed to. What was I gonna say? Thank you, KB. I was like, look at you over here supporting me. I love that for you. Yeah, I just want to sit over here and end it on this note. Everything is working itself out. Everything is working itself out. Thank you, Elise. What do I mean by that? Because now I feel like I gotta be, because y'all know when I be in my downloads, like I be away. But I feel like there are moments where I need to come and talk to y'all really quickly, okay? I want y'all to understand something. In these moments, you have to release. In these moments when God is sitting over here telling you that it's time for you to just let shit go, you gotta let shit go. You can't be attached to anything. You can't sit over here and lose your patience within anything. You have to sit over here and move forward, and I feel like that's significant. A lot of you guys are saying stuck in this past ass energy, and I feel like this past ass energy can't go. I feel like I want y'all to understand something. I don't ever want y'all to feel stupid for hitting people up whenever you try to overexert yourself, because in those moments I feel like God called your attention to try for people in moments where like really you should have been trying for yourself. But to be honest, that was for them. That was for you to sit over here and test they gangster. Sometimes God has you do test for him and you don't even know that you are the test. And I want you to understand something that's significant. When God calls you to do something, God's like, yo, I know you ain't sit over here and talk to this person in like 3 years. Go talk to them. There's a reason behind that. And I feel like the significance of that is that sometimes God just wants to sit over here and test other people's gangsters. Sometimes people, like sometimes I want y'all heavy emphasis on if y'all like somebody and they ghosted you. Some of y'all need to sit over here and understand that, listen, people are pulled out of your life. Okay, God, slow down really quickly. People are pulled out of your life for a certain reason. Do you know the reason? No. But you have to understand that some people are doing shit behind your back that you have no knowledge of. The second thing is that some of these people are scared of connections, so they run away from you. The third thing is that sometimes God is challenging these people. God said over here and said these people asked for love. They asked for somebody that was genuine. They asked for somebody that was joyous and shit, and they gave them you, but they didn't know what to do with you. So I want you to understand something. In these moments where God sits over here and they give you to a person and they see that this person is not appreciative towards you, they remove you. And if you don't remove yourself, then guess what? Then they remove them. I want y'all to understand something. Sometimes it's not you that did anything wrong. If you were in a connection with somebody and you literally are just like, well, don't know what the fuck happened. Well, it was because they didn't appreciate you. And sometimes you have to sit over here and be proud and be happy that God removed you before shit got in too deep. So in too deep could be significant. LL Cool J could be significant. But the point of the matter is that you're either a lesson or a blessing, KB. Come on now, let's talk about it. Bree, you said, what's my opinion on dropping out of school? I feel like everybody should do what they're called to do. And the reason why I say that, Bree, is that if you feel that in your power that school is not working out for you, then I feel like then it's not for you. Steve Jobs, school wasn't for him. What's that? Mark Zuckerberg, school wasn't for him. I almost want to say Elon Musk, but I don't really know about Elon Musk like that. But it's like, I feel the need to sit over here and say that it's not to say that school is for everybody. School is for who needs it. School is for doctors. School is for lawyers. But you can have a business without sitting over here going to school. It's just, what are you going to school for? Is it worth the investment? And I think that that's key too, y'all, is that a lot of y'all need to sit over here and realize what's a good investment versus what's a liability. And that's within good people. That's within actual stocks. That's within you sitting over here actually investing your time into certain things. See, some of you guys are just kicking it and chilling and letting life pass you. Not to say that having fun isn't a good investment. Having fun is a good investment. But you have to sit over here and prioritize, okay, but what else is your goals? Is your goals to sit over here and live a peaceful life? And then, okay, cool, how we gonna do that? But the point of the matter is I want y'all to understand something. Y'all have to get clear on what y'all want to do and make sure that your intentions are pure. And from there, we rocking. You said literally dropping out of college. Mia, shit. Are you sure though? See, some of you guys, I just want y'all to be sure about it. If you guys are sure, if you like, yo, listen, this shit ain't for me, then all right. But if you're just doing it because you're lazy, well, then that's another conversation, okay? Angelica said, I didn't finish school. I'm an IT manager and own 3 businesses. Not rich, but yeah. Exactly. And I feel like that's the significance. It's like, life is about what you want to make of it. It's what you want to make of it. Y'all, I've been blessed with my jobs, like, in life, to have jobs that I just was like, I don't even know how the fuck I got this job, but fuck it. But each time I sat over here and I made more, each time I went. But it's like, that could be significant. Some of you guys are already qualified by your life experiences. I feel like if you have the power and you have, like, the way of it, like, sometimes you just, if you know how, if you're a fast learner, you're a fast learner. You said America's failure is having people go to college without knowing what they want to do or be yet. Exactly. And I feel like I feel like a lot of people set people up for failure. That's why I always encourage people to take time. Like, if they don't know off the rip what they want to sit over here and do, like, take time to sit over here and go to college. Because I have went to college 2 times. And I didn't finish. But I feel like that was significant because I felt like each time I was going for shit that I didn't want to do. So that could be significant. If you're going to college just to go to college just to get, like, something that you don't want to do, then what's the point of you doing it? It's like you going to school to go be a lawyer, but you don't want to be a lawyer. Like, you going to school to go be a nurse, but you never been in a hospital a day in your life. You never knew that you really can't, like, deal with blood and shit like that, or the smell of shit. Like, emphasis on that. 1, 2, 3 as I'm saying that. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. I love you guys. I hope you guys are sitting over here having a really good evening. I really just feel the need to sit over here and keep talking to y'all. But I feel like I'm needed elsewhere. That could be significant, y'all. Because I feel the need to sit over here and keep talking to y'all, but I feel like I'm needed elsewhere. Like, I don't know why. And I hear sirens outside. So it's like, or a hunking. That could be significant. Sometimes you could sit over here and be enjoying yourself, but it's like you have to practice putting your energy into other things when you sit over here, and you have to put yourself in other places because you never know when you're needed. And I'm gonna leave it there, okay? You said we've missed you. Thank you. I was only gone for like 2 days. Let's see. If you ever miss me too much, just go on my little YouTube. Watch my little videos. There's a lot of videos on that bitch that y'all asses have yet to see. No, some of y'all been on those lives, but whew. Okay, I'm getting out of here, y'all. If y'all want a personal reading tonight, sit over here and do your little thing. You can sit over here. Actually, no, because you can't book in my bio because you could book in my bio if you want something for tomorrow, but for tonight, you can sit over here and just DM me and we can get into it, okay? Thank you, John. I hope you're doing well as well, okay? All right, you guys have a good night.